Hey, real estate agents, welcome to the Weekly Closer. I'm your host, Jeff Underwood, along with my co-host, Joey Sampaga. How you been doing, Joey?
I'm doing all right, Jeff. Here we are again in Zoom. Love
yes, it. Absolutely. Hey, I've seen you posting you're hitting the mountain again, right, with your bike?
Yep, doing some mountain biking. It's a great time to do it, and hiking as well.
Well, it's definitely social distancing, isn't it?
It sure is.
Your brother sometimes goes, I know, but probably not a lot of people out on the mountain.
That's right. That's right.
Absolutely. Hey, we have a great guest with us today on here, and that's Alondra Churcher, the Churcher Group with Conway Real Estate. How you doing, Alondra?
Alondra.
How are you doing?
Doing good. Thank you for joining us.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
We're sure glad you're here. You're going to share some great information with us. You're going to share, I know you're going to tell us a little bit about what you're doing in today's market to be successful, how you've kind of shifted that business now that we've seen such a strong seller's market. So we're going to get right into that. But why don't you first start off with just giving the agents a refresher, how long you've been in the business and what got you into real estate?
Sure. I've been in the business going on almost 6 years now. And I wanted to be able to run my own business in my own hours and have unlimited potential income. So I decided to get into real estate. I had a passion for decorating and helping others. So I thought it'd be a great fit.
All right. You wanted to do your own hours. Real estate agents, don't we just work 24/7? Come on.
We do, but there's those days when I go, you know what? I need a break and I can take it. So I don't have to call anybody to tell them. So that's a good thing.
There you go. That is a good thing. That is a good thing. So 6 years now, huh? So we've had a good run, obviously. The last 10 years, probably. So you've been growing your business. As I understand now, you actually have a team, right?
I do.
And what makes up the team right now?
There's three of us,
Okay.
Brianna and Angie, and we're kind of the duo plus one right now. We're just basically making sure that all of our clients are taken care of and be able to provide the good level of service. So yeah, super excited about that.
All right. So I know this is a strange year. 2020 has been a strange year for everybody, obviously. What are you doing right now in today's market to be successful? What are you doing to get the business?
Well, I think right now it's really important if you have a sphere and even your part of your past clients or anybody that you know is to really continue to work on those relationships and keep in front of those people, because those are the people that know you, advocate for you, refer people to you, and that trust you. So I've really focused this year a lot on how my clients are doing, my sphere is doing, and just educating them on what's happening in the market and, showing them what equity they may have in their home or what low rates could be right now in order to get into something else. So really focusing on that has been essential for my business growth this year.
Got it. Have you been doing mostly calling? Do you do emails? Do you do, mailers? What kind of things do you do to stay in front of your database?
I'm calling at least 5 past clients and 1 or 2 people in my sphere a day, checking in, seeing how things are going. I'm huge on follow-up. So every month to 3 months, all my clients are getting a card with a lottery ticket with values of their home. Yesterday, we went and dropped off, probably 100 Halloween, you've been boozed gifts at their door. Just little things to continue to stay in front. So some calls, newsletters, and some pop-by gifts as well.
All right. Did you say booze?
Yeah. So they've got these cards now that says you've been booed, which I dropped off to my clients who have kids and put candy and stuff in there. And then they also have the cards that say you've been boozed. So I put in like a little shot glass and a shot in there for them as well. So
Nice.
Do you want my address?
my house.
A good question. So have you gotten that call yet from somebody that got the lottery ticket and said, wow, I won?
Somebody was kidding around and said they did. And I was like, congrats, how much did we win? And he's like, $5. I'm like, well, hey, it's $5 more than we had yesterday. And, you're lucky with your equity in your home. Now you're lucky with your lottery ticket. So.
Yeah, minus the $1 you bought the ticket with. So
Well spent.
That's right.
I wonder how upset people would get if you did that. You know how you can get those lottery tickets that have winning numbers?
I've had that. One of the people I used to work with gave me one, and I didn't even know about them. So yeah, that was pretty upsetting. I wouldn't do that to anybody that liked me.
Probably don't want to do that though. Opt out of your list, probably. Huh?
Yep, probably.
Oh gosh, that's so funny. So do you have any advice for agents that are watching or listening now? I know that we're all facing this question of, I'm thinking that I may want to sell my house. However, I don't know if there's anything else out there for me to buy. I mean, how are you kind of dealing with that or working with clients through that?
Yeah, that's been kind of a common denominator right now, with the tons amount of buyers right now and what seems like low inventory, which actually isn't. But yeah, so what I've been able to do with that is really try to be creative with some of my lenders and some of their situations so that maybe we don't have to go into a home with a contingency. And right now, because it's such a seller's market, honestly, sellers have so much power that, we can get somebody to do a 2-month post possession and, pay so much over asking. So with them having that power and maybe doing some creative things on the lending side, or maybe getting a lease to own on their property until we are able to sell it without that contingency, it really helps, for sure. It also helps if somebody's looking to upsides or downsides versus just trying to find something different. So, we've been doing okay with that, but initially, there was a struggle with it for a while originally.
Yeah. Okay. And as far as number of listings, I know you just said a lot of people talking about how there's a lack of inventory or lack of listings, but you just said that, but that's not really the case.
Well, I'm not the expert, but we listen to the Cromford reports and to our Russell Shaws and everybody who's experts who know everything about this business, and really, listings haven't been down. It's just we have so many buyers that are snatching them up so quickly. It's causing us to feel that way. In the first few months, I was like, our listings are low. They're low. They're low. And then looking at the numbers, it just showed that we have a lot more buyers than we do, sellers. But so yeah, just the great crazy amount of that makes I think it feel like that. But so homes are coming on the market every day, and they're just going under contract in 5 hours with 15 offers.
Got it. Okay, got it. So the it's just churning fast. Super to where fast. It's just not. Yeah. Okay. It's not building up active listings. It's just active listing hit, and it might be sold before the next active listing 5 days from now, right? So okay, got it. Interesting. Do you do any marketing, online marketing or anything like that to get leads?
Yeah, I do some paid leads through, your bigger Zillows and realtors. I use a couple of systems online that help generate things through some social media. But after tracking my numbers a lot this year, I've really noticed that building my sphere and getting referrals has actually exceeded that, and it's cost me 1/3 of what that other stuff has. So I'm doing a little bit of shifting when it comes to that, because at first I thought I have to pay for leads, buy leads, get this, get that in order to grow. And really, I think it's more of, your sphere and your networking and building with that, which, in turn just helps you, grow.
Do you have do you use a certain CRM for that?
Yep. I'm in Boomtown. I love it. It's a great drip system. I can text, use my Mojo through it. It's got an app now that you can download to your phone and send to your clients. So yeah, I really like Boomtown.
Mojo. What's Mojo?
It's a dialer that we use. We can make.
The Mojo dialer. Okay, got it. I was thinking some kind of video thing, because I think there's a Mojo something video too. But.
So are you doing calls then as well, other than to your sphere?
Absolutely, for sure.
Okay.
I think if you if you put a lot of different feelers out there, then you're more apt to get, maybe a couple from your paid leads, a couple from your sphere, a couple from, your calls. So yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm assuming that you're probably trying to look for more listings than anything else during the calls.
Absolutely. It's always, do you have a house that we need to sell first? For sure.
Okay.
So with some of the experts that you've been listening to as far as the market is concerned, what does it look like we're going to be in this hot market for a while? Is that what your thoughts are?
Well, according to some of the stuff that I've read and watched recently, that they say that it's going to continue to be an upswing in the next 6 to 9 months. Also, always be aware of the rental market, because that can be a good indicator of what may happen in our resale market. but at some point, I think they think it's going to level, but not drop. So
Yeah.
I have a lot of clients who are like, I want to wait for it to crash. And I'm like, we're in a different place than we were back then. People weren't occupying homes then. It's just different. So, and most people right now, have a lot of equity in their homes. So I don't think we'll see the amount of foreclosures either, because they're in a good position where if they had to sell and walk away, they'd be okay.
Yeah. Okay. So what are you and your team doing? I mean, we're now what, coming into November, right? So we're in November. What are you guys doing to prepare for the new year, 2021?
Putting our business plans together, figuring out events, and actually doing an A and B backup plan based on what happens with COVID. Looking at maybe doing some more, type of Zoom events, interactive events, while still being able to social distance. Planning some, cool creative ideas for fundraisers and pop buys for our clients. Definitely still planning open houses, as that's a great resource to still meet people. And we've learned how to social distance and keep things really safe that way as well. So, just kind of putting our goals together for next year and figuring out how we can achieve them.
Got it. Yeah. You always have to get the plan ready to go for the new year, for sure.
Yep.
For sure. Especially coming out of the year we're in. Ugh.
For sure. Yeah.
What kind of you mentioned events? Have you done events in the past? I mean, I know that people aren't doing as many events right now in person, but have you done some in the past, and what's been successful?
Yeah. Done some neighborhood things of, movies in the park, free stuff for kids. I started some drinks in the driveway for neighbors to come over and get to know each other. Client appreciations. I usually throw housewarming parties for all my clients once we close, instead of giving them a gift that they'll never use. So those kind of things are what I'm used to being able to do. And now we're just kind of figuring out how we can maybe put some things in place that we can still do that still would make it fun and safe.
Got it. All right. Well, before we go to the next segment, is there one thing that you think impacted your business the most since you got into it?
I think there's a lot of things, but I think what most probably has impacted my business is the relationships that I've built with people over time, realizing that if it's not going to be now, it could be a year from now, and we're all going to still need to buy and sell houses then, and we're all still going to need to earn business then. So just really building long-term relationships, and maybe not going into it looking to get something out of it, but more just building relationships. And then those things really I've seen come around full circle. And just putting that work and time into it, because anything you do, if you don't put that time and energy into it, you're going to get out of it what you put into it. So if you really want to be successful and do something, you just have to put that energy out there and just make it happen.
Got it. All right. Anything else you want to share before we get into the ring?
I'm good.
You good? All right, Joey. Good.
Let's do it.
All right, let's get in the ring. Here we go. What do you think the reason is that many agents are not successful?
Because they give up too fast, looking for immediate gratification and business, when this is a long-term plan to be able to build it.
All right. How about a book recommendation?
Just got done reading the E-Myth book, changing my life, changing my perspective of my business, and it's going to be huge in my future for sure.
Yeah, a lot of great points in that book for sure.
Totally.
How about, let's see, I'm going to come up with something different here. How about your favorite Netflix or Amazon Prime series?
Oh, gosh. There's so many. Ozark, The Orange is the New Black.
Ozark,
yeah.
That last season was pretty shocking, huh?
Yeah, I'm bummed that it's going to be only one more season, but I can't wait to see it. Oh, the other one that's just crazy. When I turned it off, I was like, what is this? And I can't turn it off. So.
Oh, really?
There's more than one. Yeah.
Oh, no. All right. All right. And I know we don't have the mask here for you to draw out of since we're on Zoom, but let's see. I think I have one more question. Maybe, Emmy. Joey, did you think of something here?
No, I was just trying to think
All
of the Netflix series that I just watched. It's called The Queens Gambit. That one is a really good one.
What's it called?
The Queens Gambit.
I'll have to tell.
It's new on Netflix, so you guys should.
All right, I'll have to tell Terry about that one.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna ask one more question. Once the whole COVID thing is all like settled down and things are, what's the one activity or one thing you want to do to just get back to normal?
Just throw a big ass party with everybody there and just enjoy each other's company. And the more people, the better.
There you go. Shake hands and hug and all of that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think we're all missing that. We're all missing that, just that community feel, just getting together.
For sure.
Yep.
Someday.
Yep.
Someday.
The sooner the better.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for being on here, Alondra.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. It's always a good time with you guys.
And hey, I know that you have a team. So if any agents that were watching or listening, they want to reach out to you. I don't know if you're planning on growing the team into next year, but do you mind sharing how they can get in contact with you if they want?
Sure, absolutely. You can email me at alondraazrealtor@gmail.com or stop by Conway Real Estate in Gilbert or give me a call at 480-593-5070.
All right. Also, a big shout out to Greg, I guess, for getting you on here, huh?
Yeah, Greg.
The man.
Good old Greg. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We truly appreciate you taking the time to share. And I'm sure agents got something they can use from this for sure.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
All right. Well, you take care.
All right.
Until next time, agents, we'll see you later.
Plus.
All right.